He is a founder, editor, and author of the book Digitization in Retail, Business Models, Trends, and Best Practice, and currently serves as Chief Innovation Officer at MediaMarktSaturn. Today, he will speak to us about the future of retail. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Martin Wild.
Hello, everybody. I'm very honored to be here in Sofia with you today. I travel quite a lot, and can you tell you this is one of the coolest conferences in Europe that's out there. I want to talk today about the future of retail and how retail could look like. And I guess everybody here is going to a retail business somehow every day, so I think it's one of the most important things that change. First, let me start a little bit about our company. We are Europe's largest consumer electronics retailer, in 14 countries, around 1,000 stores, 60,000 employees, 21 billion euros in sales. Out of that, around 15% are generated online, and we have 6 million customer contacts every day. We have two big brands, MediaMarkt, which some of you might know, and Saturn, which is a smaller brand only in Germany, Austria, and Luxembourg. And we have 6 million consumers talking to us every day, and these are people. And the transformation we are all talking about in all conferences that's happening is about people, right? Because people are in this change with us together, and this change is driven by technology. That's, I guess, what we are all aware. This is also what this conference is about. And we have the privilege as MediaMarktSaturn to be in the middle of this big transformation because we bring together people and technology, and that's a very cool spot in this very fast changing times. Now, talking about retail has evolved massively in the last years. Usually, same for us, retail started in a store. Then about 10 years ago, first companies, or maybe 20 now, started to have online business, web shops. About 10 years ago, mobile became more and more important. Mobile first is a very important strategy for being a retailer today, and we strongly believe that omni-channel, connecting the channels on and offline seamlessly for the consumer, is the only way to go forward. So we have today our service offers across all channels 24/7, so the consumer will not feel any difference no matter what channel he goes to at what time. At the same time, we invested heavily into service. Therefore, we now offer services for the consumer in our stores, and we even come into his home to make sure his consumer electronics are running smoothly. But this change is all across, so we also update our stores. Here you can see some pictures of our actual stores where we always try to give the consumer the best shopping experience. And my clicker is not stable. And we managed to receive many awards in the last year, so we even became Germany's best omnichannel retailer in the year 2018. So one could think that's it, right? Retail has changed and now we go back to making money again and everything is great. And I'm here to tell you today this is not true. This is just the beginning of the digital revolution, and we're in a big change that's much faster than anything we've seen before. And some companies don't believe this is happening and say, no, we'll hide, this will go away. And I tell you, we tried this, but it doesn't work, so move forward. I believe innovation today is faster than ever before, and at the same time, it will never be as slow again as it is today, because there's so many technology out there that will change everything much faster than much of us can grasp. And that's the reason why we as companies, as humans, as countries need to be willing and embracing transformation over and over again to stay relevant in the future for the consumer and be able to stay in the marketplace. That's the reason why we strongly believe in innovation. We innovate in 4 big areas. First and most important, custom experience. How can we build better, more personalized custom experience day to day to give the consumer really the best possible experience? Business operations can be optimized, costs can be reduced by using digitalization to give us better prices to offer for the consumers. New business models allow us to grow, but are there also to disrupt us. And apparently innovation culture is what we need in our companies and our corporations to thrive on innovation. And we love to experiment. Maybe you know that Germans, and we are based in Germany, Germans always try to make it perfect. They try to optimize and optimize, while others already try to conquer the world with their new startup. And that's the reason why we adapted a Silicon Valley mentality to try early. Sometimes we fail. If we fail, we fail fast, but then we adapt, and the next time we make it right. And I think that's so important if you want to talk about innovation in any area. And I'm an entrepreneur myself, so I strongly believe in working with startups, because startups have a complete different and faster way, an agile way to drive innovation, better than corporates. That's the reason why we launched a platform called Retail Tech Hub. Retail Tech Hub is a little bit like Tinder. It's a Tinder between startups and corporates, retailers, where we find and look for interesting startups. So if you're a startups working in retail, please talk to us, please apply to Retail Tech Hub. We find them, we decide to pilot with them, we learn together, and the coolest part about it, we share this information with other retailers, because this change is much bigger than consumer electronics. It's in retail of all domains, of all verticals. So Retail Tech Hub is founded by MediaMarktSaturn and Plug and Play out of Silicon Valley. Our partners, our Schwarz Group with Lidl and Kaufland, S. Oliver, ANWR, Aachener Grundvermögen, Wirecard, and Ahold Delhaize out of Netherlands. We had more than 40 startups already on board, and we are constantly growing and trying to build the future of retail together. But now let's look a little bit into details. What could the future of retail look like? As I told you, I strongly believe in a custom experience. The next retail is only a click away, so we need to constantly update the custom experience. Here are a few examples. Just recently, we launched with a startup from UK, Go in Store, a service where consumers that visit our website and have a question, they now can connect to a store employee in our store, and he has a video conference with them and is able to explain the product right in a store and show the consumer how the product would look like if it would be in a store. We work with a startup from Israel called Cellomat that is offering a trade-in kiosk for your old phone. Most of us have old smartphones at home. They just lie in a drawer. You can go to this kiosk, you enter a few details, you put the smartphone in the machine uses visual recognition, tells you the price, you push yes, you get a gift card, and you better get a new phone. A very easy and simple process. Our consumers love it. Digitalization is everywhere. Everybody's talking about digitalization for kids. I have 3 kids, and I don't need to explain them how to use an iPad. And I don't need to show them how to play Fortnite. They can do that. But we need to tell them how to code. That's the reason why we started a collaboration with Digitalwerkstatt, where kids can learn how to code in our stores and be creative with digital technology, because it's not about using, it's about using it to create something and make something better. I believe strongly that the offline experience will change massively. Online, you look for something, a few seconds later you find a product. Think about going to an offline, to a large store. You have to find a product. First, find an employee who's not hiding. He has to know the product, take you to the product. We build an app that allows you to find a product, and we use visible light communication by Signify from Philips, where we can locate a mobile device in a store on a 30 centimeter level and guide the consumer directly to the product. And we build on that the future of personalization, because we will then be able to tell the consumer exactly what he needs or what he might be looking for. Last year, we launched Saturn Express, Europe's first checkout-free consumer electronics store, where you can see this is a whole store. Everything is there, but there's no cashier. You just use your mobile phone to scan, pay and leave, built with a startup out of UK, MishiPay. And we strongly believe in the mobile self-checkout, because it's getting more and more important. So right now, with a pilot running in Hamburg, it's our biggest store. It's 18,000 square meter, and it's very cool. You go there, you can tap the price tag. It has NFC enabled, or you can scan any product. You pay on your mobile device, and you're good to go. just leave the store, and that's it. And I strongly believe this will come more and more in the next years because the young generations, they use the mobile phone for everything. It's remote control for life. So why shouldn't you pay with it without standing in line and waiting for the cashier to have time for you? We invested in electronic shelf labels in all of our stores that allow us to change the price automatically. And as you just saw, all of them have NFC enabled. So just tap your phone, you get more information. I'm a very big fan of AI and robotics. And those of you who have been here yesterday night, I guess you all saw a really cool robot. Maybe you also saw this video from Boston Dynamics. Some people get really scared when they see this. There's a lot of change happening out there in the whole area of AI and technology. And at the same time, smart assistants are coming to our home and taking over and making our life much easier. So I believe this is the reason why some people now say, oh God, they will kill us all. And others say, wow, this is really great. Let's use this opportunity. And as you can imagine, I'm more on the excitement side here in this area. So here are a few things we have been doing. We launched a few voice applications on Google Assistant. So now you can shop with us online, you can do a quiz, and we just launched a virtual TV consultant, helps you to select the right product. I think it's so important to experiment on voice and use this channel to get more insights of consumers. But apparently we also use robots. We sell consumer electronics, so we ought to. This is Paul, invented by a company called Fraunhofer Robotics. It's now Motion Robotics, and Paul is able to welcome a consumer in a store, take him to a product, and then hand over to a human. So Paul is fully autonomous and in 4 of our stores now live, learning and get better every day, helping the consumer to find his product and to give him the best shopping experience. And we have some consumers that come to our stores only to talk to Paul. Because how often can you talk to a robot nowadays? Not very often, I assume. But since we sell robots, apparently we also want to have them giving consumers a better shopping experience. So we work with a few of them. I have a little army of robots, but Paul is our flagship as of now, and many more use cases to come, apparently. Next big pillar is apparently augmented or mixed reality or virtual reality. All of you have heard or maybe even used Pokemon Go. This is gone, but AR will come back, and it's there in our daily life. Maybe you have seen this video somewhere. This is SK Telecom doing a demo earlier, I think last year, where they demoed 5G together with augmented reality, where they put a dragon into a baseball game. And this was only viewable through augmented reality, but all the people in the stadium could vote and interact with this dragon. Think about the possibilities you get using augmented reality in a natural environment. I really love this kind of new technology. And we also use AR, and I try to build the future of retail. So you met Paul earlier. This is Paula. Paula is his sister. And we said, let's show the consumer the future of retail. So we built a virtual avatar. You come to a store, we give you a Microsoft HoloLens device, that's an augmented reality device, and as you had it on your head, Paula welcomes you. Paula takes you to a certain product. As soon as you arrive at the product, Paula then explains you the product. We showed this to a few thousand people, and 75% of them told us, yes, we would love to shop like that in the future. Think about that scenario, having a personal shopping assistant with you all the time. You can touch, feel the product, and somebody's always with you, answering all your questions, helping you to do the right selection. I think that would totally change the way we shop, and this is coming closer because technology is moving fast. Virtual reality has been big a few years ago after Mark Zuckerberg acquired Oculus for $2 billion. It's right now in a gap of disappointment, but it will come back. We started to work on virtual reality already 2 years ago. So this is an experience we built, Webit.Saturn. You can shop products, but not in a store. You can shop in your apartment. Why should you go in a store? You will use them in your apartment, right? So you can put a coffee machine in your apartment, and then we built a feature where you can call in a human avatar, helping you to select the right product. Think about that feature. You're at home, you look for a product, you place it on your drawer, and then a human comes in your apartment showing you the product and explains. Another really cool feature, how the future of retail could look like. We're exploring that also. And VR is also apparently for fun. It's about gaming. So we build a game that's called Space Shop VR, where you have to guess the job of an alien together with your friends. So it's a really cool game where you can play with your friends live on Google Daydream. If you have that on hands, try it out. It's a really cool game, how to explore virtual reality. So coming to an end, I believe the future of retail will be everything about personalization, like maybe it has been a long time ago, because all this technology will allow us to build a hyper-personalized shopping experience where consumers will really like the way they shop and they will be loyal and come back to you. And then in the end, everybody will be happy, like maybe you remember this guy from a movie that's passed. But I think the future of retail is bright if you really embrace digitalization and use this technology to build the future of retail. I hope I could inspire you. I wish you a remaining great day. Enjoy Webit. Thanks very much for your attention.